Hello! In another video, we discussed the characters the protagonist and the antagonist. But what about all the other characters? I want to start with two definitions, the supporting character and the foil. The supporting character doesn't fit into any of the roles mentioned above, but serves other important purposes within the story. They might take the form of a mentor or a sidekick, and provide insight or information to the main characters. The foil is a supporting character who is meant to be in direct contrast with another character. Sometimes that character is the protagonist. The foil between the two characters allows the character traits of both characters to become more obvious. A good example of foil characters is found in the well-known book The Secret Garden by Frances Hodgson Burnett. In the book, Mary Lennox has become an orphan and moved away from her home in Imperial-era India to her uncle's manor house on the Scottish moors. While she's there, she meets two characters who are foils for each other, Colin and Dickon. Colin is her cousin. He spends the majority of his time in bed alone in his room, and he's very self-centered and contrary due to the fact that he has gotten whatever he's wanted his whole life because both he and his father believe that he's dying. On the other hand, Dickon comes from a big family and spends most of his time outside. He's almost never alone because even when he's not with people, he's with all sorts of animals out on the wild moor. Dickon is laid back and easy to get along with despite the fact that his family is poor and he really doesn't have very much going for him. As you can see, these two boys are opposites of each other, and the contrast brings both of their character traits into sharper focus. The purpose of the foil in The Secret Garden is to highlight that Mary herself is sort of between the two boys. In terms of her personality, Colin shows her what she used to be like, and Dickon shows her what she wants to be like. So now do you understand what a foil is? Let's look at a classic example of each character type. The original Star Wars movie A New Hope was intentionally modeled after the hero's journey theory of storytelling. Because of this, we can easily label almost every character. If you're unfamiliar with the hero's journey, check out the link in the description below. Luke is the main character and the protagonist of this story. How do we know this? Well, does Luke change from the beginning to the end of the story? He starts out wanting to avenge his aunt and uncle and follow in his father's footsteps to become a Jedi. But he ends up fighting to defeat the Empire and hoping not to become like his father. Ben Kenobi is the mentor in this story. He pushes Luke out the door onto his journey, but then dies so that Luke is forced to take the next steps on his own. Han Solo is a supporting character. Even supporting characters can have their own story arc and change from the beginning to end of the story. For example, Han serves as an older, more experienced, calloused foil to Luke's optimistic heroism. Han cares about money, but Luke cares about what's right. Gradually, Han begins to care more about friendship than he does about what's in his selfish interests. Leia is a supporting character who is also a foil to Luke, but in a different way. Her support of the rebellion is even more extreme than his, and she often acts without regard for the consequences. However, she is single-minded and does everything she can to help further her cause, rather than being distracted by other things like Luke is with his Jedi training. Darth Vader, obviously, is the antagonist. Luke wants to protect his friends and defeat the Empire, and Darth Vader wants to kill his friends and destroy the rebellion. Another supporting character we could look at would be Lando Calrissian in The Empire Strikes Back. He is a foil to Han. They are cut from the same cloth, but Han has learned to value the people he cares about, while Lando is willing to turn them in. I hope these examples explain clearly what a foil is and how supporting characters can help flesh out a story. Leave me a comment with a foil pair from your favorite book or movie, and don't forget to subscribe for new videos every Wednesday. Thanks for watching, and happy writing!